Hey, fellow Star Wars fans, this is Mike, and you're watching Force Within TV, and today I have with me Official Bosk.
Hey everyone.
Awesome, and we're going to be talking about the best spin-off ideas for after Star Wars Rebels Season 4. I've actually taken these from your comments, so looking forward to getting into them right now. Larry Jr. and Ward both would like to see a Sabine and Ezra animation series or comic as a spin-off after Star Wars Rebels Season 4. What do you think about that, Official Bosk?
I think it'll be a really cool idea to see that because Sabine and Ezra have been getting a lot more character development recently in Star Wars Rebels, and it'll be a shame to just take those two characters out and never see them again. So it'll be awesome to see that either in a comic form or a new animated series, like they go back to Mandalore, they live in Mandalore and protect Mandalore, that sort of thing. I would like to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I did a video on this. I talked about how Sabine could go back and maybe she had some sort of conflict with Bo-Katan, and her and Ezra had to take back the Darksaber and, you know, steer Mandalore in the right way. But anyway, moving on to, if that was number 5 and we're counting down to number 1, this would be number 4 from Nathan Nillen. Sorry, Nathan. And he basically said that he would love to see a comic showing the Ghost at the Battle of Scarif. That would be pretty cool.
It will be, because we did get the Ghost at the Battle of Scarif, and we have seen that in the Rogue One Marvel comic as well. We got a wee bit of a glimpse from the video that you made, Mike, and we just basically saw them at the Battle of Scarif, but we didn't know what actually happened to them after the Battle of Scarif. Did they get destroyed? Did they flee the battle because it was too hard for them? Or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would say, well, the Ghost should be destroyed at the Battle of Scarif because we don't see it during the original trilogy. It'd be interesting just to know, like, who was in the Ghost during this time. I'm assuming Hera was. I think, you know, she wasn't at the meeting in Rogue One because she was already trying to drum up support for people to go to Scarif after she heard the message from Jyn Erso. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on to number 3 here, we have My Chimney Chap, and he says maybe a comic or something about the Inquisitors as a whole group. I think this is an awesome idea, sort of an origin story to the Inquisitors. I think we might get a bit of this in the Darth Vader comic book, but it would be really cool to sort of explore the Inquisitors, why they were brought to be, and just you know, get a better understanding of who were the Inquisitors, what were some of, you know, who were some of the Jedi they tracked down, or were they just trying to find children of the Force? You know, interesting questions like that.
Now, we did get the announcement of the Inquisitor coming into Darth Vader issues 6 and 7. We get to see, like, there's an image somewhere around the internet that shows Darth Vader going up against the Inquisitors.
Yeah, very cool. That would be some good training for him. Absolutely.
It would be.
Yeah, I also have Jack here, Jack Strober. I think I'm butchering your last name, Jack, sorry. And he's saying more about the destruction of Lasat. So remember, when we got a bit of Zeb's backstory, we heard that his homeworld was basically, and his people were pretty much wiped out on Lasat by an Empire attack. And you know, that Kanan was able to get him out at some point. So it would be really cool to see like a 5 comic book series about that. I mean, I know Zeb isn't the most popular character, but wow, there'd be a lot of action packed into that comic. I believe Callus could be in there as well because he was part of the attack, right? And then how did Kanan meet Zeb? Why did he rescue him? Why was Kanan there? There's so many questions around that origin story for Zeb that we could have answered. What do you think about that, Official Boss?
I think it'll be really cool to explore the origins of Zeb because, you know, Zeb is a character that has not really had the development in Star Wars Rebels like the other characters, Kanan, Ezra, Sabine, and Hera. It'll be just really awesome to go back to his backstory on how Kanan met Zeb and why Kanan recruited Zeb as well.
Yeah, and I mean they could put they could bring Callus. We know Callus is a very Alexander Callus we know, or Captain Alexander Callus we know now. In season 4 anyway, and he could be in there somehow. I don't believe they met, but it would be interesting if they did it in some way that, you know, we get sort of Callus's story, 2 different story threads, right? So Callus and what he's doing, and maybe it could be kind of like an awakening for Callus because of this atrocity, this genocide that's happening. That might be his first aha moment about the Empire, right? So there's definitely some very interesting things that we could work in there. But moving on now to number 1, Joseph Brown and Turkland TV both mentioned that they'd like to see something more about the Darksaber. Turkland TV went into a lot of detail. Definitely check out his comment, guys, on my last video there. And he says he would like to see an anti-war movie with the Mandalorians using the Darksaber as some sort of symbol of unity and freedom versus sort of like, as it is now, it sort of symbolizes power and oppression and taking over the clans, right? And keeping people in line, almost like this medieval king might. So, very interesting idea. What do you think about that, Official Boss?
I think that would be really awesome because we have got the mention of Mandalorian Wars back into canon, and it would just be awesome to just see a series with the Darksaber or like an extra comic book that explores more of the Darksaber's history.
Yeah, with the help of Turkland TV, I am going to be exploring that a little more in an upcoming video. But, you know, as far as saving our characters and not needing to kill our characters off because they're not in the original trilogy, such as Sabine or Ezra and even others, if they're on Mandalore, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, maybe Hera and Chopper stay with the rebellion like we see in Rogue One, but perhaps the others are actually on Mandalore fighting some sort of civil war there, or you know, trying to fight off the Empire, liberate it from the Empire. That definitely makes sense. I mean, we didn't hear anything about a Mandalorian civil war in the original trilogy, but that doesn't mean that it didn't happen, right?
And it'll be really awesome as well because, you know, I had a theory, like, what if the Rebels crew die on Alderaan, like, they go back to Alderaan, they go back to see Bill Organa, and what, you know, the Princess Leia got kidnapped by Darth Vader, and then basically, you know, the Death Star is there, and boom, that's how our Rebels die.
Yeah, that would be sad but interesting as well. But there you have it, guys. Those are 5 great spin-off ideas from you, the community. For next Thursday's video, I would like you guys to tell me about who do you think will die out of the scum and villainy in Star Wars Rebels Season 4. So these are characters like Hondo, Asmorgan, Vazago. Do you think Rook is going to die? I have an interesting idea about him and Thrawn, a theory I want to put forth coming up as well. So let me know about those scum and villainy characters. Do you think any of them are going to die? Are they all going to survive? It would be interesting to see Hondo's story sort of closed off, right? So let me know in the comments below. And guys, let's head on over to the channel, Official Boss channel, and subscribe. He does a lot of great Star Wars Rebels content, as well as a little bit of Battlefront and general Star Wars. So head on over there. Official Boss, is there anything else you'd like to plug? Social media, perhaps?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at OfficialBoss, or you can follow me on Instagram at OfficialBoss as well. And if you do subscribe, I'm on the road to 1K subscribers, and we're getting like really close as well. So I just want to say thank you guys over at Mike's channel for coming over to my channel as well, and just commenting and just hearing your guys' thoughts about Star Wars in general, because it's awesome to just talk to Star Wars with another person.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks so much, guys. Please head on over. Let's get Official Boss to 1K subscribers. That would be awesome. And as always, folks, may the Force be with you.
Always.